Today, we're embarking on a journey to uncover the untold stories behind illegal immigration into the United States. But before we dive in, did you know that the United States is home to over 45 million immigrants, both documented and undocumented? That's a whopping 13.6% of the entire US population. Now, hold on to your seats because we're about to uncover some mind-blowing facts about illegal immigration that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Did you know that within just 5 days, Border Patrols processed nearly 50,000 illegal migrants? That's enough people to fill a small stadium in a blink of an eye. But wait, there's more. Ever wondered where these migrants are coming from and why? We'll be delving into the origins of illegal immigration, from the sandy shores of Cuba to the bustling streets of Mexico City. And hey, did you know that Texas, Arizona, and California are the hottest spots for border encounters? It's like a real-life game of cat and mouse happening right in our backyard. So buckle up, folks, because we're about to unravel the mysteries behind this complex issue. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Now, let's dive into the world of illegal immigration like never before. Number 6 is Nicaragua. Between 2020 and 2023, Nicaragua experienced a significant influx of immigrants, totaling 339,119 encounters at the border. This surge in migration can be primarily attributed to the erosion of democracy and increased violence under President Daniel Ortega's authoritarian regime. President Ortega's consolidation of power, exemplified by appointing his wife as vice president and suppressing protests since 2017, has prompted many Nicaraguans to flee their homeland. According to the UN, approximately 100,000 Nicaraguans left in 2020, a number that doubled to around 200,000 by 2022, amid concerns of election tampering to prolong Ortega's rule. Moreover, Nicaragua's populace faced the aftermath of 2 devastating hurricanes, affecting roughly 3 million individuals consecutively. These natural disasters exacerbated existing challenges, further propelling the mass exodus from the country. Number 5 is Cuba, with a total of 442,000 border encounters recorded between 2020 and 2023. Several factors contribute to this high number. Firstly, Cuba faces significant inflation, making it challenging for citizens to access basic necessities like groceries. Secondly, the country's economy has suffered due to a decline in tourism during the pandemic. Additionally, the policies of the current Cuban government have exacerbated political and economic instability, prompting many to seek opportunities elsewhere. Interestingly, many Cubans attempting to enter the US are doing so via land routes rather than sea routes. This shift is primarily due to the Nicaraguan government's decision to allow Cubans entry without visas, leading them to fly to Nicaragua before traveling through Mexico to reach the US-Mexico border. This trend underscores a broader immigration issue, with Nicaragua serving as a transit point for individuals hoping to enter the US. Experts suggest that Nicaragua's leniency towards immigrants seeking to reach the US without proper documentation may be a strategic move to exert pressure on the US government, particularly amid increased sanctions targeting Cuba. Notably, approximately 177,000 Cubans have flown to Nicaragua within a short span, reflecting the significance of this route in current immigration dynamics. Number 4 is Venezuela. Between 2020 and 2023, approximately 445,000 Venezuelans left their country. Initially, many moved to neighboring nations, but more recently, there has been a notable increase in attempts to seek asylum in the US. In 2022 alone, there were about 188,000 encounters with Venezuelans at the border, marking a 73% increase from the previous year. This mass migration stems from various complex factors, with one significant issue being Venezuela's heavy reliance on its vast oil reserves, which account for about 17.5% of the world's total. Any disruptions in the oil industry significantly impact the country's economy. In recent years, declining oil prices coupled with US sanctions due to worsening political conditions led to a drastic 2-3 reduction in Venezuela's GDP from 2014 to 2020. This economic downturn, compounded by political instability, has driven many Venezuelans to seek refuge in the U.S. To address this influx, the U.S. has attempted negotiations to ease sanctions in exchange for democratic reforms within Venezuela. However, the effectiveness of this approach remains uncertain. Turning our attention to Central America's Northern Triangle region, comprising Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, high levels of poverty, violence, and corruption drive significant numbers of people to seek entry into the U.S. Number 3 is Guatemala. Between 2020 and 2023, nearly 700,000 Guatemalans, specifically 69355, were encountered at the U.S. border. Similar to trends observed in other nations, these figures have shown a consistent rise in recent years. For instance, from 2012 to 2017, approximately 61,000 Guatemalans were apprehended at the border. However, this number surged to 116,000 in 2018 and further escalated to 264,000 in 2019, as per research conducted by Duke University. The influx of migrants predominantly stems from rural areas of Guatemala, primarily due to the adverse effects of droughts on agriculture, which employs around 30% of the Guatemalan workforce. Focusing on the specific regions, most migrants originate from the Western Highlands, recognized as one of Guatemala's poorest and most rural regions. In addition to agricultural challenges, the surge in migration is also fueled by soaring crime rates within Guatemala, particularly in urban areas. Rising homicide rates and concerns related to drug trafficking are significant factors compelling individuals to seek entry into the United States. Number 2 is Honduras. Between 2020 and 2023, a significant 70,623 border encounters involved individuals from Honduras, making it a notable source of migration from the Northern Triangle region. According to research by the Brookings Institute, this surge can be attributed to a combination of climate-related factors and violence. Studies indicate that 94% of those departing Honduras for the United States cite economic challenges as their primary reason, while 52% are fleeing violence, 46% are escaping environmental issues such as storms and droughts, and 46% are seeking refuge from political instability like corruption or persecution. Additionally, 31% of migrants cite family reunification as a motivating factor. The prevalence of violence and gang activity in Honduras contributes significantly to the decision to leave, with 57% of Honduran migrants reporting feeling unsafe in their home country. The U.S. State Department has issued warnings about Honduras, labeling it as one of the most dangerous places globally due to high rates of homicide, gang-related crimes, armed robberies, and kidnappings. Mexico holds the top position on our list, witnessing approximately 2.4 million border encounters between 2020 and 2023, constituting 30% of all such encounters. Moreover, Mexico is estimated to have the highest number of illegal immigrants residing in the U.S., accounting for about 4.1 million out of the total 10.5 million undocumented immigrants in the country. This group represents approximately 39% of the unauthorized immigrant population in the U.S. Individuals attempting to enter the U.S. illegally from Mexico do so for various reasons. Many seek better job opportunities and higher wages, while others aim to reunite with family members already residing in the U.S. or access improved education and healthcare. The shared border with Mexico and the presence of large Mexican communities in the U.S. facilitate these migration patterns. Furthermore, some Mexican citizens migrate to the U.S. to escape violence in their home country, including political and drug-related violence. Despite the substantial number of border encounters and the high count of illegal Mexican immigrants in the U.S., the population of unauthorized individuals from Mexico has actually decreased in recent years. In 2007, there were approximately 6.9 million unauthorized immigrants from Mexico, decreasing to 4.1 million by 2021. Factors contributing to this decline include some Mexican immigrants returning to Mexico and increased opportunities for lawful immigration, particularly for temporary agricultural workers. Turning our attention to state trends in illegal immigration, it is noteworthy that nearly 50% of all border encounters occur in Texas, with Arizona at 17.9% and California at 14%. In terms of states with the highest number of illegal immigrants overall, California and Texas lead the list, estimating undocumented populations at around 1.9 million and 1.6 million, respectively. Florida follows in third place with 900,000 unauthorized immigrants, trailing New York with 600,000, New Jersey with 450,000, and Illinois with 400,000. Considering U.S. cities are facing crises due to illegal immigration, further exploration is needed to understand specific challenges and dynamics. Thanks for tuning into today's video. We've delved deep into the world of illegal immigration in the United States, exploring the origins, trends, and challenges faced by both migrants and the country. It's clear that there's a lot more to this issue than meets the eye, with complex factors driving people to seek a better life in the U.S. If you found this video informative and eye-opening, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe to stay updated on all our latest content. And hey, if you have any thoughts or questions about illegal immigration or anything else we covered today, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the world around you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.